everybody, and welcome to the first broadcasted baseball game of the season. Today we'll be watching the Harvard Hornets JV baseball team coached by Tyler Pennington and Brady Childs, and today they will be facing the Sandwich Indians. This broadcast is brought to you by the MMJ class at the Harvard High School. My name is Cesar Pelayo. I am your host for today, and joining me is the one and only, very wise, has been here for longer than I can remember, Mr. Tremmel. Tremmel, say hello to the people.
Hello and welcome to Harvard High School. Thank you, Caesar. It's a pleasure to be here on a beautiful day for baseball. A little bit windy for everyone involved, but Sandwich Indians are ready to take on your Harvard Hornets JV squad as the kickoff to the 2025 spring season.
Yeah, and what a season it has been so far for them, hasn't it?
It's been a great season. Let's hear some stats.
Well, up to pitch right now is number 4, Brennan Peters. Brennan Peters is also the first one that will be batting for the Harvard Hornets. Brennan has the most innings pitched. I believe he has pitched in 3, if not 4 games for the Harvard Hornets, and he has 12 innings pitched. Tremmel, what do you think about his arm action on the mound right now?
Well, he looks pretty comfortable out there. He's got a good arm slot. He's throwing it pretty good, considering the wind is going to be moving the ball around quite a bit, as you mentioned before. So he can throw a knuckleball up there, and it will move around enough where he'd keep the batters off balance. The one thing about Brennan is he's one of the top students in my sophomore honors English class, so we don't want to miss out that fact as well. So he looks pretty heady out there, and it looks like he knows what he's doing.
All right, thank you very much for that insight, Trem. The blue looks like he is coming up to the mound. Looks like they're about to get things started. So let's await and let's get ready.
Let's get ready to rumble. Coming out in the on-deck circle is number 2. We'll try to get the names correct from the rosters. It's our first time out here, so we'll have some mistakes along the way, but we'll do the best we can with our roster. Number 2 for the Sandwich Indians, leadoff hitter against Brennan Peters, the right-hander on the hill for the Hornets. And we're about to get underway here. Caesar, take her away.
Oh, and it looks like they've started action right away. And he makes it to first. Oh, and it's a wild throw. It gets by the first baseman. He is taking it to second. And what do you think of that play right there, Trem? Do you think that should count as a base hit, or you think that should be an error you think that should be an E5?
Unfortunately, it is an E5. It's a bouncer to third. He fielded it cleanly, just didn't get a good throw on it and went past the first baseman, so we got a runner down at second on the error.
And a foul ball.
Caesar, what about that wind out here today? What do you think?
It is quite a windy day. You got to think about how that might affect the players, if that'll really affect how much that may affect the game, Trem. You got to, I think, personally, I can't remember. I haven't played a lot, but back when I was playing in high school and for the years that I played in middle school, the wind did have a slight effect whenever you'd be out on the field. What do you think that might affect Brennan on the mound today?
Well, only his control. If it hampers his ability to throw strikes for both pitchers, we may be in for a long day. But if he can throw the ball across, make the plays in the field, it could help him in effect, because some of the hitters are going to be off balance just with that. The ball loose there. Looks like a wild pitch, and the runner will get to third.
Although it was a swing and a miss by number 4 on Sandwich.
We have a 1-2 count?
I believe so. Something like that.
All right, here comes Peters to the plate here. Number 2 hitter for the Indians. Yeah, he's just a tad outside. Of course, we could be in for a long game if neither pitcher can hit the strike zone. So let's get ready for that too.
And a foul ball. It's going to be a full count. Brendan Peters with the windup. And a fly ball. And it falls foul. First baseman could not get there in time.
He was running as hard as he could, but couldn't get there in time, and the wind held that one up, or it would have been out to the first baseman for a pop out, I think. Well, it's really gusting here. This is like a gale, maybe in a November gale off Lake Superior, Caesar. He strikes
him out, but the catcher does not get the ball.
It's all right. Gave up a run.
A run, but Brennan does record a strikeout. It is 1-0 for the Indians, but they do have one out now.
Actually, that was the right play for the catcher. He needed to get himself an angle there to throw down, but you might as well get an out and clear the bases. That runner could have scored in a number of ways anyway, so that was a good play by the catcher.
And a pop fly over by third base. But it is out of play. A 1 count. A swing, and it gets him between shortstop and third base. And he decides to stay at first.
Yeah, base hit between short and third there. Peters threw a good pitch. Number 3 hitter's usually your best hitter in your lineup, so he took a good swing on it and jammed it between third and short. 1 on, 1 out here in the first.
Peters tries to pick him off at first, but he is safe.
Yeah, he's holding him tight there. He may try to take off here. No.
And he's going. Catcher throws, and he is safe.
A little delayed steal there. He kind of waited to see what was happening and then took off. Sometimes you'll get the catcher napping a little bit once that happens. So,
yes, I do think that is what happened right there, Mr. Tremmel. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come for the rest of the game. Ball 2 for Brennan Peters.
You know, Caesar, when I coached the JV team, you're always worried about the number of pitches the pitchers are throwing because you have so few pitchers. Now, Peters is one of our best. And you just don't want to get deep into the pitch count early in the game. Just not too many pitchers.
Especially not in the first inning. Another stolen base. Runner is now at third. Peters, the windup. And another ball.
Peters works fast. He's ready to go here. Runner on third. He'll work out of the windup instead of the stretch. He blew it by him.
Incredible placement right there by Brennan.
Yeah, Peters looks pretty good. He's a little better than he is writing an essay right now.
Another swing and a miss.
2 strikes. He's got to squeeze it here. You have the same situation you had a minute ago, so if you get a drop third strike, I'd still probably take the out at first and let that runner come home at third.
And a pop-up.
Perfect.
And the first baseman cannot find it in the sun.
That's goes down as an E3, even though he's not on base because it was a foul ball. That first baseman should have had the ball, even in the stiff wind. You got to catch that.
Yeah, I agree, Trem. You got to be able to make plays like that whenever you're on the field. Cannot let the weather get in your way.
Good pitch.
And ball 4. It was a little close, but I think that it definitely could have caught some people swinging. But number 1 will he'll hold the bat and he will advance to first.
Okay. First and third, 1 out. Left-hander, first lefty of the game for the Sandwich Indians.
Up to bat number 17. Gotta hope that the Hornets can pull off the double play here so they can prevent anyone from scoring.
The first and third situation, so you'll try to steal second there, and there he goes. In this wind, no, he's did they call a foul ball?
I think he might have made contact with that one. It is an 0-1 count.
Okay. Now that runner on first will be going here to see what kind of play we put on. In the wind, it's kind of tough to defend this play, so he'll take off.
Fouls another. It is 0-2.
All right, maybe Brennan can strike him out, and we can get out of this in short order here with a small fry on deck here. He doesn't even have the team uniform. He almost, you can get him wandering at first base, but there he's coming home.
But the catcher does not catch the ball in time, and now the runner from first advances to second, and he will hold it there.
Brennan threw over to first, and right when he did that, the runner on third broke. And so you got to be really alert at first and really alert at catcher, get that ball back in there, because that's a set play. If you get a first and third, throw over to first. This could be a big scoring game. It could be long innings, and maybe you'd get to a time limit here. Used to have a 2-hour time limit. I don't know what they have anymore.
I believe they still do.
Foul back.
That is his 4th straight foul ball.
Yeah, the pop fly there it hurt because that would have given you 2 outs, left the runner at third, and but again, this is why these guys are learning at this level. They hopefully won't make those mistakes in a couple years.
Runner at second,
Steals third,
and he steals third.
Runner on third, 1 out, 2-0 Indians. Peter's taking his time. Now he's in the windup and the kick and the delivery. He got him. No. Yeah.
Recorded a strikeout in Tremel's eyes, but the blue did not agree with that call.
He's not making it easy on him. He wants him to hit that postage stamp right in the middle. Ground ball to first base hit. Past the first baseman. That'll bring in the third run for the Indians. And the right fielder flings it back into the first baseman. He should throw that ball to second base all the time.
Got to at least hit the cutoff man on a play like that.
Yeah, you really do. You're right, Caesar. You played enough to know that. You got to throw the ball into the cut. That ball should go to the second baseman, and shortstop should take the bag. That play comes up all the time. But 3-0 here. Nice at bat for number 17 for the Indians. Now here's the number 34, the French fry from Sandwich. Small guy, but looks like he knows what to do with the bat, and the second left-handed hitter.
Attempts the first bunt of the game, but does not succeed. Second ball is high. It is a 1-1 count.
What do you think of the facility up here in the press box, Caesar?
Well, I gotta say it's pretty nice. It's we're doing what we can with what we are given, but I definitely I think there are worse setups that we could have. So I will not complain at all. I'm happy to be here, Trem, and I'm happy that you're here joining me.
Yeah, it's a good opening game for the MMJ program.
And a foul ball.
2 strikes, I think, on 34. Next time through, we'll pencil their names in so the fans watching down in Sandwich can have your player announced. Pop fly. Cole has a chance. Foul ball.
That is not Cole Coffer, Tremmel.
Oh, sorry. I don't know who's over at third. Is that? Can't really see down that way. I thought it was Cole.
Number 23, Owen Coles.
Owen Coles. Sorry about that. I knew it was a Cole.
You had it partially correct, Trem. You'll get partial credit on that. And he is struck out looking.
2 outs. 2 outs, runner on second here.
That was a good at bat by number 34, but not good enough to go up against Brennan Peters.
Peters 2 strikeouts on the inning. He hasn't pitched bad. He hasn't pitched bad. They got a couple hits off him, but the error hurt. We've had 2 errors in the inning, so
the dropped pop flies. You got to have those. So I definitely think Brennan is doing as much as he can on his appearance on the mound. But you know, the team's doing the best that they can out there currently. Currently
2 strikes on him. 2 strikes.
2 strikes against number. Did you catch the number right there?
19.
Number 19.
19. Now Peters steps off and walks toward the runner just to get him back there. You want to keep him somewhat close because a single in the outfield would score a run if you don't keep him too close. There's a grounder to third. No, foul ball. You know, in sometimes the wind will come so hard from center field to throw down to second base, the catcher will throw it back to the pitcher and he'll fling it to second. Grounder to third. Oh. So E5 there.
That's the second one of the inning.
Yeah. There's two errors for the third baseman here, but he has not scored yet. So we'll see if we can keep that man at third here. We got 2 outs. You got the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th hitter of the lineup, number 6. And he bunts the ball with 2 outs. If you make the play, we're out of the inning. And he does.
And he gets the 3rd out. The Hornets will have their chance on offense. Tremmel, what do you got to say about that inning? What do you think about the Hornets defense and the Indians offense?
Well, a little shaky, but the Indians came out swinging. A little shaky. We had 3 errors, 4 runs, or 3 runs scored only. So if we can put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the first, we'll have a lead going into the second. And Peters didn't pitch a bad half inning, I didn't think. 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 errors, and 1 man left on base.
Yeah, got to give credit where credit is due to the Hornets. Hopefully they can come out swinging on the bottom of the first inning.
Correction, 3 errors officially on the Hornets that inning, but let's get some runs, right? As Harry Carey would say.
Yes, although the defense may not have been there, probably was not what they wanted in the top of the first. Hopefully they can make it up in their offensive performance.
Now, do we want to kill the sound in between the innings, Caesar, or how are we handling that?
I don't know, Trent. That is completely up to you.
Well, maybe we could kill the sound and regroup a little bit. This is our first broadcast of the season, too, and then we'll come back to you in about 2 minutes.
All right, sounds good, Trem. You heard it from him. We will be back in a moment. And up to bat first for the Hornets, Brennan Peters.
Takes a strike.
Lets that one go, and he looks like he regrets that one. But no harm, no foul. Only 0-1. I believe that was a foul right there. Brennan Peters hitting .462 so far on the season.
That's an impressive average for a sophomore English honor student.
And he gets the hit. And he makes it to first. Tremmel, do you think that is you think that's an error? You think that's an E4? You got to count that as a base hit for Brennan.
We're going to call that a base hit up here to keep that average above 400, and that's a Ted Williams mark from 1941. Kind of a tough play. Second baseman come over to his left, to his right. He probably should have had it, but Peters will get an infield hit on that. He's got a healthy lead over there at first base too. So again, if you put up 4 or 5 runs here, it's tough on the. I think the advantage is to the offensive players here with this wind.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. Number 22 up to bat, Joe Burkholz, the shortstop. Yeah, Brennan Peters, and he steals second. Wow, incredible speed on that one. He really gave it his all getting there. The catcher, impressive throw by the catcher on the Indians, but just not fast enough.
You got a runner on second, nobody out. Though we didn't get those calls in the top of the first, but anyway.
No, we did not, Tremmel. I think I got to agree with you there. I think that one was a bit outside, but the blue gave it to him.
He says that one's wide. This pitcher comes over the top. He's not a slot pitcher, and he doesn't use much of a kick, so he's using his top of his shoulder to throw that ball. 2 strikes. Joe Burkholz. We don't know many of these freshmen, do we, Caesar?
No, we do not, Trem. We are simply going with the information that we were given.
Yeah.
Lets that one go, and it's in the dirt.
He's 2-2, I think. We do have a scoreboard here at the ballpark. I'm not sure how they hook that up and get it running. Maybe they use it for varsity games. There's a single to right. No. Bounce it to short. Great play by the shortstop to throw him out.
But it does advance Brennan to third. Hopefully the Hornets can score on this one.
No, good contact by Burkholz there. Shortstop, I thought that ball would get through left field, but shortstop made a good play. He's got a strong arm.
Up next to bat, number 16, Elian Rodriguez, the center fielder. Did not see much action in the top of the first. The ball did not come his way that much. He decides to hold it on the first pitch, and it is a ball. Count is 1-0.
This is Rodriguez, right?
Indeed, yes.
Okay. We'll put him down as A-Rod.
E-Rod.
E-Rod. Yeah,
and nice contact on that one. He's going to get the RBI and the base single.
There you go.
Good at-bat appearance right there by E-Rod. That'll help the average, and it will give him another RBI on the season. I believe that is now 3-1 with the Hornets down, but it's a good sign of things to come, don't you think, Trem?
Yeah, nice little contact. He just blooped it out there behind second, but it gets the run home. Oh, here's the big man. Number 24. I think that's our catcher, isn't it?
That is our catcher, Jonathan Burkholz. Batting .545 on the season. Jonathan.
He's a big boy, too, Jonathan. Well, good pitch. 1-1, I think. I think we got 1-1 count here. Runner on first.
That one's short. It gets by the catcher, and E-Rod steals second. Catcher throws it to the pitcher. It gets by him as well, but the second baseman is there to pick it up.
Oh, yeah. Move Rodriguez down to second now. Well, Jonathan Burkholz, if he can get a hit here, get a little closer.
Decides to let that one go, and it is a ball.
2-1 count, maybe, Caesar? The game moves pretty fast for an old-timer like me. A little high. This kid throws it decently hard. I don't know quite as well. They're just going to put him on, maybe, or was that ball 4? But he's on first base.
And a good appearance there by Jonathan Burkholz. Up next, John DeLeon, still looking for his first hit on the season. Lets that one go, and it is a strike.
DeLeon.
The first baseman.
Okay. DeLeon can do some damage here. And good cut.
Just a little bit behind on that one. Got to hope that he'll be able to make contact if he decides to swing again. But you know what my father always told me growing up, Trem? He always told me it was always best, if you do get a strikeout, it's always best to go down swinging.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't want to call third here if you can. So you get 2 strikes on him. Well, there. Speak of the devil. Call third there and DeLeon.
You know, I think that one might be on me, Trem. I think I might have jinxed him on the at-bat right there.
I think you jinxed him, Caesar. There's no doubt. 2 on, 2 out now. And this is number 23. Number 23, Owen Coles.
Not Cole Coffer, as you got him confused earlier, the third baseman.
Number 23, I'll tell you, he's as big as Cole, almost. So A-Rod steals third, and that's good. A pass ball or something will get us a run.
Puts him in scoring position. Hopefully Coles can get an RBI and get him home. That'll really put the Hornets in good position at the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Jonathan Burkholz should have gotten over to second base when they throw down to third. He should have been moving.
Ball on that pitch. What's the count, Trem?
I think it's 1-1. 1-1 on Coles.
Gotta say, I do like those gloves that Coles has. What you think about that, Trem? Do you think that's you think that's sort of fashionable, or not quite your style?
I'm not quite a fashion plate, Caesar, so that's not quite my style. But hey, if it works for Owen and he gets a hit out of it, he'll wear him next at bat.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
Well, they'll try to third. They picked him off third base. Oh, A-Rod picked off third by the pitcher, and that'll end the inning. The umpire didn't move from the back of the plate, but he had him picked off by a good margin, and that ends the inning for the Hornets, unfortunately. 1 run, 1 hit, or 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base for the Hornets in the bottom of the first. So after 1, it's Sandwich Indians 3, Harvard Hornets 1.
However, I do not mean to toot our own team's horn, but I got to say I do think that I preferred Brendan Peters' plate appearance over Sandwich's pitcher, simply based on the amount of Ks that he had. What you think about that, Trem?
I think Peters a little more support in the field. I think he'll do fine. Yeah, I think he did pitch probably a little better. This pitcher didn't have trouble for the Indians. Didn't have trouble throwing strikes though. So maybe that's what they just wanted to do: just throw strikes and let your defense make the plays.
Yeah, at the end of the day, so long as your team makes the plays, that's all that really matters, isn't it?
Yeah, that pickoff of third base is a base running mistake that you can't really have, but those things happen in JV baseball. So that's 3 outs.
All right, we will be back to you in just a moment when the Indians are up to bat. We are back, top of the second inning. Number 9 up to bat for the Indians. Brendan Peters with the windup. And it's inside.
Peters, we didn't get a pitch count on that. He probably threw about 25 pitches in the first inning.
I think that's a good estimate right there, Trem. I think it's a good rough estimate.
Maybe a couple more, but they don't allow you to throw more than 100 pitches in high school ball to start the game. So we'll see.
Swing and a miss by number 9. The count is 2-1. Got to hope Brendan Peters can rally on this one and strike him out like he did with a few batters in the top of the first. That one's in the dirt.
The 9th, 10th hitters, you really don't want to give them a free pass. You want to let them hit their way on because they're hitting 9th or 10th because they need a little help sometimes. So you don't want to just walk them. There's a bouncer to third. May have it.
Throw is offline. And he's going to advance to second on what should have been just a single. But mistakes happen, especially at the JV level, don't they, Trem?
Yeah, they sure do. That's E5 there on the throw. He's just I think the wind is really playing havoc with him over there at third base. But the Indians have their leadoff hitter on, and now the big slugger comes up, number 24, and he hits it out to center field. And here comes the 4th run for the Indians.
Good plate appearance right there by number 24. Wasted absolutely no time. Just went up there, handled business, and gets the RBI single.
Yeah, he ripped that one. I mean, he didn't waste any time. Like you said, he's up there to swing. That's the 10th hitter in the lineup. I don't know if they're just playing an extra hitter without the DH. I mean, maybe that's something a little bit new that I don't know about, but generally you just put 9, you'd hit 9, they hit 10. Now the leadoff hitter, number 2 for the Indians.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Brendan Peters right there. Number 24 sticking close to first.
Sometimes the coaches will agree on something, especially if it's a non-conference game, but this is a conference game. They'll agree on getting another hitter in there, doing things that they normally wouldn't do just to get kids more playing time. But this is a conference game, and I guess that's a rule I guess I'm not familiar with that they probably use anymore for.
And a foul ball, and number 2 will stay alive in the 0-2 count. Got to be careful when you're swinging the bat on an 0-2 count. If just a little bit off, and it's back to the dugout for you. So, if I were him, I'd be a little happy that you make contact. Sometimes it's all it takes to stay in it.
Pop fly to the first baseman. He's got it.
He gets it. That is 1 out for the Hornets with a runner on first. Hopefully they can pick up the double play with number 4 up to bat now.
Who's our first baseman over there with that nifty catch?
The first baseman, I believe, that is John De Leon.
John De Leon with a nice catch.
Another pop fly. Dropped by the second baseman, but they have the opportunity to get the force out at second, and they do. 24 decided to stick by first, and in the end, it was a mistake, but I don't disagree with his decision there. If it's a pop fly, I probably would have stayed close by first as well.
Well, that's why they have the infield fly rule with 2 men on, or the bases loaded, you'd have an infield fly rule, but the second baseman just dropped the ball, and then he was alert enough to pitch it to the shortstop for the force, and you get the second out of the inning. A little different runner on first base now, and there he goes. Grounder to third. Let's see if he can redeem himself. No, that's not going to work. All right, first and third here.
Runners on the corners as Coles just gets it back to Peters on the mound. Throw was a little bit off, but Peters quickly rushed to pick it up.
So 2 on, 2 out here. Number 1 hitting for the Sandwich Indians.
I'm going to call it right now. Hopefully I don't jinx the team twice now, Trem, but I think this one right here, I just got a feeling that it's going to be a Brennan Peters strikeout.
Well, he could use that. Now, he's got to be alert here. He threw over to first base. He's got to be alert, and I'd let the runner take second here. I'm sure Coach Pennington, you have a lot of calls with a runner on first and third. You can throw through. You can have the shortstop or second baseman cut the ball. You can have the catcher hold on to the ball and fake a throw to first and throw down to third. There's a lot of things you can do. Let him go. Because you're down by 3 runs as it is. It's 4-1. Just let him. Let's see if Brennan, if he could get a strikeout here to finish off the inning, it'd be just 1 run in the second inning here.
I believe the count is 1-0 right now. Brennan Peters with the windup. Pitch, and it's just a little bit outside. Number 1, I believe he was walked last time in his last plate appearance.
He was.
A swing and a foul. That one goes behind us into the cornfield. I do not envy the player that's going to need to go pick that up right now.
Yeah, here he comes. Comes out of the dugout. He's chasing baseballs in the cornfield today.
That's a true team player, though, right there, Trem, you know,
really
doing it
is.
so the rest of his team does not have to.
Yep. He's usually assigned by the coach, and they just yell, that's this guy's ball, or it's this guy's ball. So they usually have somebody each inning. Peters tries the outside corner, can't get it.
Tries to catch him swinging on that one, but number 1 holds the bat.
Well, if we can get this guy, it's going to be a good thing for the Hornets here in the second. They rushed him back and he walked him. Second time he walked today.
We've now got bases loaded with 2 outs. Score 4-1. Indians leading. Number 27 up to bat now.
17?
Is it 17?
I think so.
Did I get that wrong?
No, maybe you're right.
Nope, number 27 gets it in between shortstop and third, and the left fielder accidentally lets it slip by him. Gets it into the cutoff. He's not there for it, and Brennan needs to pick it up. That is a 3 RBI double for number 27. That one's got to hurt for the Hornets.
Yeah, all 3 of them came around to score. Ball got past the left fielder, which another error, but we'll give him a double on that one, and 2 runs scored and earned, the other one on the missed ball in left field. So that was a big blow here for the Indians. Number 27 rips the ball past short. Peters pitching pretty good, Caesar.
Yeah, I
He's just not
definitely.
getting any breaks.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that the fault is on Brennan in this situation. Was that a ball or was that a strike? Did he count it?
I didn't see his arm come up, so I think he called it a ball. 1-1 on the French fry, number 34. He's the smallest kid in the lineup. I mean, they got some. It looks like they got some wrestlers and football players.
Well, sometimes, Trev, it's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog, you know. And I bet number 34's got a lot of fight in him.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Oh, he slugs it to right to the right fielder. Oh,
and he drops it.
yeah.
You know, Trev, well, I think he heard you talking, and I think he took that one personally.
Jeez, he did. That was the best hit ball of the day. He ripped it into right, and I think our right fielder could have had the ball, but he let it bounce in front of him, and the run scores. He gets a double out of that, and generous scoring. But another RBI, and they've scored 4 times here in the 5 times here in the second.
And looks like they're going to call it after 5 runs, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's a older JV rule that they do in softball all the time. You get 5 runs in an inning, they call it and switch switch sides, and the hitting team goes into the field after 5 runs. So that happens, but we didn't help the cause too much that inning.
Not the best appearance for the Hornets. Hopefully they can answer back in the bottom of the second. We will be back as the Hornets are up to bat. Third baseman Owen Coles back up to bat as he did not get to finish that bat last inning. Takes the first one and he gets the call. It is 1-0.
Coles was up there when A-Rod was picked off third in the previous inning. So Hornets down by 7 here. They need a lot of work to get back in the ball game.
Currently a 3-0 count. Got to hope that he holds the bat on the next one, because I don't know about you, Trem, but normally you don't swing on a 3-0 count. So hopefully he lets it go, and he does, and he gets the walk. Nice plate appearance by Coles, just letting number 9 do the work for him.
Well, this is one of the top freshmen in the class, Jackson Kleinsmith. I had Jackson in my study hall in the first semester. One of the best study hall students you'll ever see.
Lets that one go, and he has the 1-0 count with Coles on first.
And Jackson's father is also the best mechanic in McHenry County, so if you need anything fixed on your car, go to J. York Automotive, and Jackson's father Wade will fix your car for you.
I believe it's 2-0 count. Jackson Kleinsmith still looking for his first hit of the season. Hopefully he can get it on this at-bat. Lets that one go. Looks like it was right down the middle. I mean, I can't, maybe I have that wrong. Maybe we have that wrong from our viewpoint up here, but I think you got to swing at that one, Trem.
Yeah. Jackson's, he's taking his time here. He's a good athlete. He can play multiple sports.
The count isn't his favor, so maybe he's just going to let number 9 do the work for him, just like Coles just did.
Jackson comes up to one of my classes that has his sister in it, and he always offers a lot of good advice to his sister. And there's ball 4, 2 men on now for the Hornets.
Jackson gives wise advice to his sister in your class, and he takes the wise decision to not swing on the plate appearance, and he gets the walk.
Really whipping now, Caesar. So it's going to be hard to throw strikes, no doubt about it. Number 7 here.
Aiden Emil with a 100 on the season.
All right, squaring to bunt. Now here you got a lot of things you can do on the bunt situation. You get a bunt down here, you can make them do a regular wheel thing where they'll bring the third baseman and first baseman in on the bunt and have the second and short take a base, or they picked him off. Or
they tried, and the second baseman throws to third, and the third baseman does not get it in time.
Okay.
Good agility by Coles right there, making the decision to stop just before the third baseman lets it by him. They now have runners on second and on third. So no outs as of right now. Got to hope that second baseman Emil can bring something home for the Hornets.
Yeah, if he can put the ball in play, he'll get a run. Just put it in play anywhere.
That one's high. Another ball by number 9.
Yeah, swing and a miss there. Strike 2 on Emil. He's not a big drink of water out there.
Yeah, well, Trem, you did say the same thing about number 34 on the Indians, and he smacked it to right field right afterwards.
No, baseball's not built on. It's built on bat speed and agility and eye-hand coordination. It's really not built on size. It does help if you're going to lift the ball, but and he struck Emil out. But no, you'll have he's back out, and number 11 is up with 1 out, 2 on here, though, here in the second.
Ryder Kleinsmith, their last batter in the lineup, with Brennan Peters on deck.
Yeah, Ryder's a good ball player. He needs to get a hit here.
Even if he just gets a walk and loads up the bases, I feel pretty good with our chances. Brennan Peters did not waste any time at his last at-bat. He smacked that ball and he got onto first base. So hopefully, so long as Ryder can get on base, it'll put some pressure on the Indians.
Yeah, I think you're right, Caesar. I mean, if he could load it up and turn the lineup over, if he's the 9th hitter in the order, yeah, he's high. I'll tell you, the pitcher works fast. I like that. He never dawdle out there. Get the ball back and throw it.
I don't know, Trent. I mean, me personally, if I was, I don't know, that may not be your style, but if I were out there pitching, I'd definitely want to be taking my time a little bit more with each at bat.
Well, yeah, but the hitter, if you can throw strikes, it keeps the hitter off balance if you're working fast. Firm believer in that, but you know, everybody's a little bit different, though.
Yeah, every player has their own style, so long as he gets an out, that's all that really matters.
Yep. All right, Ryder's got to put the ball in play here. Well, he walked him. Caesar
Lets that one go, and he gets the walk. What can I say, Trem? I guess I know. I may or may not know a thing or two. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
yes, he does.
just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
He doesn't need to. All right.
Brennan Peters up to bat once again. Got a single last time.
Turns the lineup over. That's 9 hitters. So we're not using an additional hitter, and Sandwich is apparently.
Foul that goes over our head.
Or they're hitting out of order. Okay. 1 out. Peters is the guy you want up there. He takes a lot of hacks, and he's hitting over 400. So
1-1 count currently. I like our chances right now with Brennan Peters at the plate.
I agree. There's a grounder between short, or right to the shortstop. He'll get the play at first, but that'll get the run home. An RBI for Peters. So
another out for the Indians, but he does bring a run home for the Hornets. So I do think that it sounds like a slightly fair trade-off, if you ask me.
Well, you're within 6 now, but I guess we'll take what we get here. 8-2.
Joe Burkholt's up to bat. It's a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Another strike right there for Joe. What do you think, do you think batters tend to get in their head a little bit when they're down in the count 0-2? What would your advice be to him on the plate?
Well, if the catcher drops it, he's not going to drop it. That's going to end the inning. But no, if you get deep in the count, it's usually you lose 100 points on your batting average the deeper in the count you go. So if you're a 300 hitter with no strikes on you, 200 hitter with 2 strikes on you, and maybe a 100 hitter, you know, down in the count. You never hit as well when you're deep in the count in high school ball. But that was a good little swing there. He just popped it up, and the catcher made a nice play like he was doing it in his sleep. So the Hornets get 1 run on no hits. They leave 3, and at the end of 2, it's Sandwich Indians 8, Harvard Hornets 2.
And we're back at the top of the third. Number 19, if I believe. Is that correct, Trem?
Yep, number 19 leading off the Indians' third.
That one in the dirt.
Nice day though for a game, except for the wind. You know.
I really think if there was no wind, I think the game would be a lot nicer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. Grounder to second here. Booted. Jeez. E4 there. I'm sure Coach Pennington and Coach Childs are not thrilled with the fielding today, but you know that's why you play the game. You get better when you play. Number 19 reaches on an error by the second baseman, and now number 6. He topped one or bunted the ball last time, and he was thrown out. He bunted the ball, was thrown out by the catcher. Big Jonathan Burkholz. He's a big guy. That ball gets away from him. That's going to be a wild pitch and moving the runner to second base.
I don't know, Trem. I think I think that one should be a passed pitch. I think the catcher let that one by him right there. Looks like it.
I was just saying something good about Burkholz, and then the ball got by him. That's why I gave it to the pitcher.
Oh, but gotcha.
Just kidding.
Swing and a miss.
Peters looks fine. It's just you just got to play defense behind him.
He's got ice water in the veins. He looks comfortable on the mound. Just need better defense by the Hornets. That one just at the top of the box. Blue does not give it to him.
Wow.
And Tremel, I just thought I'd bring it up since my sister, who was watching the live stream, wanted to give her a slight share of wisdom. Claudia disagrees with the 3-0 means no swinging rule. Do you have any comment on Claudia's opinion?
Well, Claudia was a very smart sports person. I think she was a Patriot fan like Cynthia. But you know, if you're down by a bunch of runs, you probably want to work a walk if you're down by like 6 like the Hornets were. But if it's a close game and you may get a great pitch on 3-0, she's right about that. Did Claudia play softball?
Yes, she did play softball.
She did. So she knows baseball. But I don't know, if you may not get a better pitch than a 3-0 pitch, but if you're down by 6 or 7 runs, do you want to risk that and swing and pop the ball up when you could work it for a walk? You know, there's different strategies involved in baseball. That's why it's the thinking man's game.
Wise words from Mr. Tremel right there. The count is 0-2. Peters with the windup. And a swing, ground ball to shortstop. And it is an E6 right there. I think shortstop's got to make a better play as they get an RBI on that one. Number 24 back up to bat once again for the Indians. Gotta hope that he doesn't get a repeat of what happened last time, or else it might be a long game for the Hornets. And he hits it deep in between left and center field. Looks like it's going to be a double at the very least, if not a triple. And he gets 2 runners in. Got to say, it's been a great day for number 24 on the Indians. He's been really making contact with the bat, or with the ball, very nicely. He's been getting some nice line drives, and got to wonder how the Hornets are going to figure out what they're going to do about him.
Well, he's the 10th hitter in the lineup. They're hitting 10, and he's hit the ball in the gap twice, and I think he's driven in 5 runs in his 2 at-bats.
Pretty good plate appearances by him. Fly ball to left, and he drops it. E7 right there. And he takes, and while the ball was in the air, he wastes no time sprinting to second. Indians now have a runner on second and third. Tremel, are there any outs right now?
There are not. And this is the 6th hitter of the inning, and we have no outs. Oh, he hit him. Brennan hit him.
He takes it like a champ, and he goes to first base. Gotta say, I do like, although I'm not rooting for the Indians, I gotta say I do like number 4 just taking it like a champ and walking to first. You can see him rubbing his arm a little bit as he's there, but they've got ice in the dugout, so I think it's a good decision by him. And a deep ball by number 13 on the Indians, but it's a foul ball, a little bit too far to the left.
Well, Caesar, this is number 13. He wasn't in the starting lineup, so they've substituted for at least 2 hitters here. I guess it's open substitution. Maybe that's what the coaches agreed on, just to get guys more work. But this was number 12 in the lineup last time. Unless they're switching jerseys in the dugout, which probably isn't a good idea and probably hasn't happened yet in the history of baseball. But
I bet that's got to be against the rules somewhere if they're switching jerseys around.
I don't know, but unless we're losing our mind, I think they're running up other players up here. You know, and maybe they are substituting guys, and then you can re-enter starters. So if number 12 comes out, he can always re-enter. And right now we have number 13 that they're hitting with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the 3rd.
That one outside by Brendan Peters, and the pitch before just behind number 13.
Outside, yeah. No, he just threw it right behind him, just to keep him honest.
Didn't hit him, no harm, no foul. The windup. And he strikes him out.
Good pitch by
13 started in the dugout, and he's heading back to the dugout. Got to wonder if they'll keep him in the batting lineup, or if they're going to make another substitution.
Number 1 up with 2 outs. With 1 out, he's walked twice. Peters swings around and does that little inside move.
Gotta say, I don't think I could pull that off if I were a pitcher, Trem. I think it takes a bit of skill and some good balance in order to pull something off like that.
Yeah, it is.
And a swing, a pop-up on the infield fly rule, so that should be an out.
That's out. He'd probably drop it anyway.
He drops it anyways, but
2 outs.
out regardless, so there are 2 outs with the bases loaded. Number 27 coming up for the Indians.
Well, it's 27. He was 17 his first time up, but number 27, who's doubled and singled. He has 2 hits today.
And he checked swing right there.
Jonathan's a big guy, and he can block that ball. What you want to do is not give that runner on third, who's one of the biggest kids on their team. He's not maybe the fastest. He's a big guy, but you want to make sure he doesn't score on an easy wild pitch or pass ball here. Well, you hit him, and that's going to bring home a run. That's the second hit by pitch of the inning for Peters, and that'll be an RBI. A hard-earned RBI by number 27. He walks down to first, and everybody else moves up 90 feet.
And it looks like your favorite player is back up once again, Trem.
Yeah, that's 4 runs in. So the fifth next run, I guess this inning would end. But this is the French fry. He singled to right field last time up. And he hits the ball to second. Let's see if we can get it out. Just get it out. No, he missed the tag. Throws wild to first. 2 errors on the play.
And you can see Brandon Peters a little frustrated on the mound with the defense on that play. Gotta say, I can understand his frustration. I believe that is 5 runs, and I think they're going to call it for the top of the 3rd inning. Hornets are coming in. Hopefully they can have a similar performance themselves. And once they go up to bat, I believe it is Tremble's favorite player on the Hornets, Erod, coming up to bat next. Hopefully the Hornets can answer. And a ball for Erod at what I believe is his 2nd plate appearance. Swings, and it's a grounder to 3rd. Can he make the play? Yes, he can. Erod, two pitches, and he is heading back to the dugout. 1 up, 1 down. Good play by the Indians. Up next, number 24, Jonathan Burkholz. Trumbull, how did he do at his last plate appearance?
Yeah, Jonathan walked last time up. Right now you just you're down by 11 here in the 3rd inning. things haven't gone well, so you just look for a good pitch to drive somewhere, get some good swings in here. Yeah, you could work your way all the way back, getting a lot of walks, but generally you just want to get up there and get some good at-bats, get some good swings on pitches that you like.
And that one's in the dirt. It'll be a 1-2 count for Jonathan Burkholz. He's got a good on-base percentage so far this season with a .737. And he takes the next pitch, and it's another ball. Currently 2-2. It looks like there might be a pitching change soon for the Indians to the right. It's not in the field of view of the camera, but number 24 is warming up behind their dugout.
It looks like number 21. Looks like number 21 for the Hornets is in the pen. Maybe you can check. Is that?
Number 21, that is Jackson Kleinsmith.
Now Jackson is warming up in the pen. As Burkholz walks, and DeLeon comes up. He struck out looking last time up.
Still looking for his first at bat. Hopefully he can get that here. That one's high. He lets it go. The count is 2-0. Another ball by number 9. Arm might be getting a little tired. Maybe it is time for that pitching change for number 24 to take the mound. Lets that one go, and it's a strike down the middle. Maybe a little bit lower in the box, but he does get the strike. The count is 3-1. And that one's far outside, and DeLeon will walk to first. Jonathan sprinting to second, hoping that he might be able to turn third, but he's not able to, and we have runners on first and second. Up next to bat, once again, Owen Coles, third baseman. Good on-base percentage so far this season with .643. Lets the first one go, and it's a strike.
Well, the Hornets could use some real strong hits here. Any ball in the gap could get a run home. The outfielders are, anytime of wind conditions like this, you kind of tend to shade toward the foul line, and that's what they've done. But there's a lot of room between the center fielders and the right and left fielders. So any ball out there, you can get 3 bases.
Swing and a miss by Coles. I believe the count is 1-2. I believe he was just a little bit under that one.
Just a little bit.
Jonathan getting a comfortable lead at second, and he sprints back before 9 can pick him off. The pitch.
Oh.
And Coles fouls it to right. And he stays alive once again. Getting over the cage, heading back, another one into the cornfield.
Caesar, what can you tell us about the camera angles here with the, for the podcast or for the streaming? Is there an idea to get more cameras out for some of these events from Mr. Schmidt, or maybe you can talk about that at some point here, what the goals are for the MMJ program, since that was our first broadcast with the stream.
Believe it or not, Trem, I was actually just talking about that with Mr. Schmidt before you got here, before the game started up. Currently, we do not have the funding needed, or the funding necessary in order to have 2 separate camera angles, but hopefully in the future, if the district decides to put a little bit more money into Schmidt and into MMJ, we can get that funding up, and we can have multiple camera angles, multiple microphones, and an entire setup, and hopefully an entire team in the future. All we need is the equipment and the students willing to do so. So, all we can do is hope for the best.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's a bright future for this broadcast program through the high school. A lot of high schools are doing things like their own web page and their own broadcasting outlets. So this is really great for Harvard High.
That one in the dirt by number 9. Jonathan Burkholz goes to third, hoping to steal, and they catch him. Good throw by the catcher. Unfortunate decision by Jonathan Burkholz, but he's gonna have to shake that one off and just hope to do as much as he can in the top of the 4th. After Owen Cole struck out and Erod had the ground out, that'll be 3 Hornets heading back on defense. Got to see if there will be a pitching change in the top of the 4th. What would you think if they were to switch up the pitching here in the 4th inning, Trum?
Well, they have a 11-run lead. If they think that this, the kid hasn't thrown that many pitches, and maybe want to get him out of through 4 innings, maybe. But right now, you're looking at a 5-inning game because the 10-run mercy rule is in effect. And right now, the Hornets have brought out Jackson Kleinsmith to pitch here in the top of the 4th. Brennan Peters probably deserved a little better fate, but he may have been weakening a little bit there with a couple of hits from some of their better hitters on the Indians lineup there. So Coach Pennington and Coach Childs have gone to Jackson Kleinsmith here at the top of the 4th inning.
They move Brandon to third base, and we will be back as the Indians take plate. Number 19 up to bat once again, this time against Jackson Kleinsmith. He's had some lucky plate appearances earlier in the game, as I believe he has had two singles off of errors. What do you think about their decision to move Jackson Kleinsmith to the mound, Tremmel?
Well, I haven't seen Jackson pitch. He looks pretty athletic going down the hall, though, in the English wing. And, no, he's a good athlete, so I think he's probably figured that Brennan's thrown enough today, and they need to go to the pen and put someone else back in. So that's probably a smart thing, and I'm sure the coaches know what they're doing with their talent. They know who to move around in certain spots. They've worked with the guys for about 5 weeks now, so it should, they should know where to go with their players.
Yeah, Brendan Peters has pitched the most for the Harvard Hornets, so they'll most likely try to save him for another game as Jackson Kleinsmith walks his first batter, number 6, up to the plate. And it's a strike by Jackson Kleinsmith. Beautiful pitch slightly on the inside of the box, but just sneaks in there, and the blue gives it to him.
Jackson gets his second strike as the runner moves up to second. Jackson is kind of a herky-jerky motion. That may help him in the delivery. May have a little tough time picking the ball up a little bit. Kind of pushes it up there. Swing and a miss, gets away from Jonathan Burkholtz, and number 6 will get down to first base. So it'll be a strikeout, but not a put out. So runner down to second base. Or runner down to first base. So first and third with nobody out.
As the catcher, I think you need to come up with that one, Trim. Cannot just let strikeouts go right by you.
Yeah.
Especially on a three-pitch strikeout, you definitely need to catch that one, or at the very least, you need to be able to pick it up and throw to first. But unfortunately, that does not happen, as there are now runners on the corners for the Indians.
There goes the runner down to second. That one was a little wild. There's a flip to Jackson, but the runner on third scores. 19 scores, the 14th run for the Sandwich Indians. Number 6 moves up to second base. So you have runner on second with nobody out.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss by number 25. Nice pitch right there by Jackson. That one just slightly outside. The catcher loses the ball, but number 6 decides to stay at second. I don't know about you, Tremel, but if the catcher's looking for the ball, I definitely would have sprinted to third. Gotta say it's a questionable decision to stay at second right there. What do you think about that one?
Well, you're a very daring guy anyway, Caesar, so you probably would have taken third and maybe tried to come home on that same play. But no, yeah, you gotta move up there. But again, they're up by 12. Swing and a miss, Brooks needs to throw down to first base. There's nobody occupying first, so you need to make a play, but the batter just gave himself up and went back to the dugout, and that's be Jackson's second strikeout, but the first out of the inning because of the error letting number 6 get on. So that's one out here in the fourth.
Number 24 up to bat once again. Got to say, Trem, I'm a little afraid of what could happen with what he's been doing so far this game. I say in between center and right field if he's able to get contact, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, this is the Frank Thomas of the Sandwich Indians here. He's gapped it to right center and he's gapped it to left center. Let's see where he goes with it. The wind is howling. Sometimes a little more of the ball gets away from Jonathan. He has a play. Tag him. Oh.
Just barely gets the foot on base before Jackson's able to tag him out. Got to say, the catcher needs to be a little bit more attentive whenever the ball gets away from him. Jackson with the pitch. A pop-up.
Fouled back on the screen.
And fouled back on the screen. Hopefully we could get another pop-up so that way number 24 can finally get out for the first time so far this game, as he has been having quite the phenomenal display, if I may say so myself. Jackson, the pitch, the swing, and the miss right there. I believe it's a full count. And he lets that one go, and 24 gets the walk. Walking over to first base. And now up to bat once again, number 2, back at the top of their batting lineup of their 10 batters as it appeared earlier. Who knows? Maybe we're going crazy, Trem. I don't know, but I think I think I trust the eyes that you had earlier.
Yeah, it's 10 hitters. They're using 10 hitters, and almost like a wiffle ball game that you play in your backyard. But no, that's whatever they agree upon, I guess. And I'm kind of out of it. I haven't been around since the post-COVID rule changes. I'm just glad they're not using a glass shield around the pitcher to keep him from passing out a virus.
And fly out, and they do not get it in time, but they throw to second, and he is caught out. Finally, for the first time so far this game, number 24 is headed back to the dugout, and it's not because he scored. Nice job by the outfielder on that one. Although he may not have made the catch, he did pick up the ball, and he got it to second as fast as he could, and he got it just in time. So runner on first with another out. That one, wild pitch past Jonathan Burkholz. And the runner will steal second. Number 4 up to bat now. Tremel, how has number 4 done in his previous appearances at the plate?
He's not hit. This is a pinch hitter.
Oh, really? And another substitution.
Sorry. No, it's a different number. Sorry. 4 has been up twice, been up 3 times. He's 0 for 2 officially. I don't know what's going on there. He's 0 for 2 officially with a strikeout, a fielder's choice, and he got hit last time up. 2 outs here. Oh, Caesar.
And it looks like the runner advanced to third.
That play happened so fast we didn't see it. He moved up 2 bases.
Yeah, I don't even understand what happened there, but gotta say it was quite a big mistake by the Hornets on that one. And he gets hit once again.
Yeah.
And he takes his jog over to first base. Gotta say, he seems pretty brave, does not seem to be afraid of letting the ball make contact with him rather than bat, but each player makes their own decisions, and some feel more comfortable taking a hit by a pitch than others, but gotta say, he's gutsy for doing that. Number 13 up to bat now.
Yeah, a little dribbler off the end of the bat. Jackson throwing like a Scroogey up there, and the ball comes off his fingertips, and it's it's moving around a little bit in the wind, and it makes it a little more challenge to hit the ball. I don't know if he means to do that, but probably needs to take command a little bit more and try to throw it past him. But he's throwing what looks like some sort of like screwball.
Well, so long as it works, that's all that really matters at the end of the day, isn't it, Trem?
Yeah, that's right. We're down 14-2, and first and third with 2 outs here. It'd be nice to get out of this 4th inning.
Jackson, the windup and the pitch.
Come on.
And the runner goes to second.
Why are you throwing?
Jonathan throws to second, and he does not get the runner. And number 2 runs in from second base to score another run for the Indians. Number 13, I believe, struck out at his last at bat at the plate. Is that correct, Tremel?
Yeah, he's 1 for 3, a single and a run scored and a strikeout. And what happened right there? They just walked him?
I believe so. I think that was the 4th ball, so number 13. Better plate appearance second time around.
Yeah. Number 1, he's walked twice and popped to short.
That one a little low and inside, at least what it looked like from up here. Count is 1-0. Hopefully Jackson can pick up this batter. That one outside. Gotta say, I do like the athleticism a little bit there from Jonathan. Not every catcher is able to move outside of their little squat that they're taking. So although he has made a few mistakes this game, I do got to say I do like that Jonathan is able to move around a little bit every now and then. Don't you think, Trent?
Oh yeah, I mean he looks pretty athletic. I mean, it's a tough position, especially on a windy day, and you get a lot of walks and haven't played well. It's a tough duty to be back there, and he's had some mistakes, but I mean he's a big target for a catcher. So there's a strike. There's a strike from Jackson.
Beautiful pitch by Kleinsmith right there.
Caesar, maybe you could inform on who else is going to be broadcasting for MMJ streaming shows for the next couple of weeks. Do you know anybody else in the program that's going to be working with you on some of these games?
Not that I'm quite sure about, Trem. Like I said earlier, it all just depends on whoever's willing to come down here with me. But if no one else is ever willing to come down, I am always glad to have you back in case you ever want to be here.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll do our best to make sure we can do that. If you need a little color commentating or someone to keep score, I'm glad to do that. So, but it's a good program, and you should have other students that are willing to come in and hone their broadcasting skills right here in the booth at Harvard High.
Couldn't agree more with you, Trem. Got to say, hopefully there's a student out there listening that hears you and that's gonna follow through. It'd be really nice to have another student down here, but all we can do is pray. But like I said, always happy to have you down here once again. But if not, hopefully there will be another student that's willing to be down here with us as well. Jackson's pitch slightly inside right there. Number 27 decides to hold his bat. What's the count right now, Tremmel?
I don't know.
I think both of us got a little caught up in the conversation there.
Well, knuckleball off the end of the bat.
It's at the very least 1-1.
We'll get 2 outs here. We need to get this third out. Turn it over to you, Caesar, and you can take him home here. We got 1 or 2 more at-bats here to try to salvage something from today's game.
That one in the dirt, off to the side. It's a full count right now. Let's see if Kleinsmith can pick up the strikeout right here.
He's done. That's 3 outs.
And that's a strikeout looking. The Blue gave it to him. Good final out by Jackson. Got to say, that's always a good way to end an inning, don't you think, Tremmel?
Yep, four runs, and a lot of them on walks and hit by pitches, so they really didn't hit their way around, but they got 4 runs, so it's 17-2 going into the last of the 4th.
Got to say, hopefully the Hornets can pull out the best of their performance so far, and it looks like there's going to be a pitching change for the Indians at the bottom of the 4th, number 24. And a nice pitch down the middle. Hopefully the Hornets are going to be able to answer, as he's had some good plate appearances this year, or this game. Let's hope that his performance on the mound is not as good as of batting that he has had so far today. But we'll be right back as the Hornets are up to bat next. And the first pitch by number 24. That one in the dirt. Oh, and a foul ball. Jackson, just got off of his strikeout on the mound. Hopefully that gives him a little bit of confidence going up to the plate. What do you think, Trum?
Yeah, it's good. You're just looking to get on base now. You're down by 15 here in the fourth. You kind of want to stay away from the double mercy rule here and continue the game. I mean, you want to compete, but it's been a tough go here for the Hornets, but we'll see what they can do here in the last of four.
And a swing and a miss right there. Strikeout swinging for Jackson. Up next to bat, Aiden DeMille. 24's got to be feeling good about that one as he strikes out his first batter. Aiden swings and misses. I bet 24's feeling pretty good about himself right now. I don't know. I mean, I definitely would be with the plate appearances he's had today. Multiple hits, a walk, multiple runs, RBIs, and now a strikeout. He really can do it all. That one outside. I believe the count is 1-2. Oh, and the catcher throws to first. First baseman drops it, but Aiden does not get there in time. Looks like he forgot that he was able to run to first if the catcher dropped it. Got to hope for a better at-bat next time, as that is now 2 strikeouts for number 24. Hopefully there will not be a third. Ryder Kleinsmith up to bat, the final batter in the lineup. Got to say, all that matters right now. I believe Trem is getting nice plate appearance, even just getting the walk. Giving the team a little bit of confidence. So hopefully they'll get the team a little bit fired up. Maybe they'll get the bat swinging a little bit more after this, especially with a pitch like that above Ryder's head. What do you think, Trem? Do you think it'd be best to just play it safe and just get a walk right here? Do you think it would be a little bit better if? Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. But what do you think in situations like that, Trem? Do you prefer a walk or do you want to hit in that situation?
Well, generally I want to hit, but I don't know if we've been struggling getting the ball in play too. So I can understand settling for a walk there. You take what you get. And Ryder needed to get on base to turn the lineup over, and now you got Brennan here, who probably your best hitter on the team, I guess. He's hitting leadoff, and he started the game, so maybe he can do something here. Certainly got a more of a fastball pitcher here. Not much junk. You can time him. You can hit him.
Count is 1-1. Another pitch. That one a little high, I believe. Count is 2-1. Brennan Peters has had some pretty good plate appearances so far. A single and I believe a ground out, but he did get an RBI when he did ground out when he grounded out last time. Another strike right there. Gotta say, I think that one was a little bit low personally, Trem, but I can't see what the blue sees down there.
Yeah, fourth inning and Brennan just got plunked, didn't move at all. Now, sometimes umpires will restrict you to the batter's box and make you finish your at-bat because you didn't move out of the way when you could have. But in that one, Brennan just took one for the team. And he's down to first base. So I think he was a little disgusted with the last strike call, so he was glad to get hit by the pitch. 2 on, 2 out.
Runners on first and second. 22! A little hit in the ground. And Joe Burkholz unfortunately gets the ground out right there. It's going to be 3 outs for the Indians. It's got to be the top of the 5th, I believe. Oh no, they're calling it right there. I believe it was a slaughter rule. Is that correct, Trump?
Slaughter rule. 15 runs at the end of 3, and you're at 15 runs at the end of 4 innings. So this game would be officially over. However, you never know what kind of rules they'll throw at you. It's one thing about baseball. You never know what you're going to see the next day. So, but that's it. 17-2. The Harvard High School Hornets JV baseball team gets beat by Sandwich today in a windy game here at the high school.
Gotta say, I do think that I would have liked our chances a little bit better if the wind was not so strong in this game. But, should have, could have, would have. There are multiple things that affected this game, multiple things that happened that maybe shouldn't have happened. Mistakes on both sides. But at the end of the day, it's a W for the Indians and an L for the Hornets. But hopefully they will come back with a vengeance at their next game. They will learn from their mistakes, and they will pick up the W. Thank you very much for joining me in the booth here today, Trem. I look forward to the next time we are in the booth together.
Great little sign-off there. Very good, Caesar, and we'll see you next time.